Boy, things sure have been moving fast since the Wano country arc wrapped up. The balance of power is all over the place as we head into the climax of the race for One Piece. Today, I'm breaking down the formidable military might boasted by each of the new four emperors. Let's review the pirates who have newly ascended to the four emperors before explaining each of their military powers. When Luffy first started his pirate journey 2 years ago, the emperors ruling the roost were none other than Whitebeard, also known as Edward Newgate, Big Mom aka Charlotte Linlin, Kaido, and Shanks. The equilibrium among these four was profoundly shaken by the death of Whitebeard during the Battle of Marineford. Soon after, the man who defeated Whitebeard, Blackbeard, or as we know him, Marshal D. Teach, stepped into the spotlight as a new emperor. Man, the speed at which Blackbeard climbed the ranks was just insane, right? And then the world government went ahead and abolished the warlords of the sea system. Longtime emperors Kaido and Big Mom were defeated by Luffy, Law, and Kid, who were the three captains opposing them. And just like that, the world's balance was thrown into chaos. To restore some semblance of balance, the world government named Luffy and Buggy as the new emperors. In place of the warlords, we saw the emergence of the SSG, a special chemistry squad led by Dr. Vegapunk. They've rolled out a new breed of pacifistas called Seraphim onto the battlefield. It seems the world government and the Marines had been planning to fill the warlord's position with the Seraphim for quite some time. However, they probably didn't anticipate the fall of two emperors at the same time. So why was Luffy the only one crowned emperor? After all, Lu and Kid also took down Big Mom, and they each have a bounty of 3 billion berries just like Luffy. Well, the criteria for becoming an emperor aren't explicitly known. Of course, the influence they wield over other pirates is a significant factor. Size of their crew and the number of subordinate pirate crews likely play a part too. While the Heart Pirates led by Law and the Kid Pirates led by Kid are not exactly big crews and have no subordinate crews, bounty isn't solely determined by strength but also takes into account the level of threat posed to the government and harm to civilians. But being an emperor seems to have a different set of criteria. Consider Law, who's responsible for the Rocky Port incident, and Kid, known for causing substantial civilian casualties. They could be considered even more dangerous than Luffy. Yet they weren't counted as emperors, suggesting that military strength is also a factor. For instance, former Emperor Whitebeard commanded a force of around 50,000 men, combining his own crew and his subordinates. Big Mom and Kaido had considerable numbers when you counted their own crews and subordinates. That tells us a lot about the importance of military strength. Luffy may have been reluctant to accept the Vassal Cups, but it turns out they were pretty important, huh? Now that we've done a quick recap on the emperors, let's move on to the main topic, the military might of the new four emperors. Shanks, who has the longest tenure among the new four emperors, leads this pirate crew. The Red Hair Pirates were known as an ironclad pirate crew with highly skilled individuals and balanced strengths. However, there hasn't been any depiction of them having any subordinates so far. It has become a topic among the readers, and it was mentioned in the SBS of Volume 104. There seemed to be fewer members of the Red Hair Pirates than in Episode 1. And the question was whether it was because they were divided into squads and not appearing. In response to this question, Oda-sensei answered as follows. There may be times when it seems few because it's tough for all of them, including their subordinate pirate crews, to act together. Their subordinate pirates are numerous and are similar to the image of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Shanks isn't like everyone's ruler, he responded. If it's similar to the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, there might be quite a few famous bounty heads. However, my image changed a bit when I saw the actual subordinates revealed in episode 1079. Shanks also said self-deprecatingly that his subordinates were famous for being weak. The subordinate pirates also said they were surviving under the flag of the Red Hair Pirates. There's a high chance that Shanks is taking pirate crews he wants to protect, even though they're weak under his umbrella. It's because Shanks is like this that everyone admires him. He was going to stand up to Kid, who is superior, for the reason of not letting anyone touch Shanks. Let's also touch on the members of the subordinate pirate crews. They're the Puddle Pirates led by Thumjaratini, the Social Club led by Requiem Blade Fugger, and the Bourgeois Pirates led by Bubble Palulu. Of the 9 subordinate crews, only 3 names of pirate crews are known. However, according to Killer, there were some faces he had seen in the wanted posters, so there seemed to be some powerful pirates among them. Dory and Brogy of the Giant Tribe were also attacking the Kid Pirates, but are those two also subordinates, I wonder? It's probably not a subordinate, but they were in a relationship where they called Shanks their brother. There's a high chance that they are friends who will help out in a crisis of the Red Hair Pirates. But even though his subordinates are famously weak, the fact that he continues to reign as one of the 4 emperors is also due to Shanks being the strongest. But still, the strength of the surrounding executives is quite strong. The military strength of the subordinates is inferior to that of the other 4 emperors. So it seems that the strength of the executives is directly linked to their military strength. What has been revealed in the story is the Peachbeard Pirates led by Peachbeard, who appeared in episode 904. He's a ruthless pirate who doesn't think twice about exploiting Po people. They're pirates who attacked the Rarusha Kingdom, where the king and soldiers were absent due to the World Conference, and tried to steal the heavenly gold to be paid to the celestial dragons. But they were subdued by the captains of the Revolutionary Army, although he claimed to have been given the name Peachbeard as a subordinate of the Blackbeard Pirates. It seems that Blackbeard doesn't particularly care about his subordinates. Even Peachbeard, who has a bounty of 52 million berries, seems to be seen as just a pawn. He seems to be taking good care of his executives by giving them abilities, but he seems to be careless with his subordinates. Quite a number of pirates were relaxing on Pirate Island Hachi-no-Su, which Blackbeard uses as his base, weren't they? It's unclear whether they were members from the beginning or joined as subordinates when they defeated Otshoku, but among the new 4 emperors, he seems to have by far the most. Not much is known about the subordinates of the Blackbeard Pirates either, but like the Red Hair Pirates, the 10 giant captains who surround him give an impression of being incredibly strong. He doesn't care about subordinates, so rather than increasing his subordinates, he may be more likely to increase his strong crew and build a huge pirate crew. It's said to be led by Buggy, but due to a misunderstanding by the public and the Navy, he ended up rising to the rank of 4 emperors as the boss of Cross Guild. Wasn't Cross Guild originally planned to be a new organization that Crocodile would set up with Mihawk? Crocodile, who needed money to start a company, visited Buddy to collect the money he had lent to Buddy. But just then, they ran into the Navy, who had come to capture Buddy due to the abolition of the 7 warlords of the sea. So they had no choice but to annihilate the Navy. As a result, both the Navy and the subordinates who were there misunderstood that Crocodile had come to rescue Buddy. Furthermore, posters made by a subordinate who respected Buddy too much were scattered to the public. This led to Buddy being recognized as the genuine boss of Cross Guild. What kind of military power did it have? He originally set up Buddy's Delivery as a pirate dispatch organization. Many notorious prisoners, including Mr. 3 aka Galdino, who escaped from Impel Down with him, belonged to it. Given that they were imprisoned in Impel Down, there are likely many members with considerable abilities. It seems that he was a member who was troublesome enough that Whitebeard thought it would be a pain to make him an enemy. Originally, the likes of Moji, Kabaji, and Richie, who were part of Boogie's pirate crew, along with Alvida from the Alliance, are serving as executives. Then there's the former warlord of the sea with a bounty of 1.965 billion berries. Sir Crocodile, another former warlord of the sea, has a bounty of 3.59 billion berries. Dracule Mihawk is also part of the top brass. There's also Des Bones, or Mr. 1, who broke out of Impel Down and has been accompanying Crocodile. Although Buggy, the boss, has a bounty of 3.189 billion berries, Mihawk has a higher bounty amount. The pirates who worship Buggy for his miraculous charisma are still numerous. The military power of Cross Guild is expected to continue growing. There's also speculation that other former warlords of the sea might join Cross Guild, which is exciting. It's a pirate crew led by Luffy. In Wano Country, Jim officially joined the crew, and now 9 members are supporting Luffy. The Straw Hat Pirates have subordinate groups that rival the size of those under the other 4 emperors. Contestants who gathered for the tournament wagering the Flame Fruit in Dressrosa joined forces in the fight against the Doflamingo family. That's how the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, made up of members who were captivated by Luffy, was formed. The fleet has a total of 5,600 members and over 70 ships. But Luffy, who values freedom, declined to become the head of this large fleet due to it being too restrictive. However, they pledged loyalty of their own accord after seeing Luffy's freestyle, and the Straw Hat Grand Fleet was formally established. The Straw Hat Grand Fleet consists of 7 pirate crews, each assigned a squad number. The order was determined by a lottery with no particular hierarchy. Let's introduce the composition of the Free Straw Hat Grand Fleet in detail. The first ship is captained by Cavendish, leading a pirate crew of 75. A former prince of the Bourgeois Kingdom, Cavendish has a bounty of 330 million berries and considerable strength. But he is also a sleepwalker with a dual personality. Hakuba, who appears while he's asleep, boasts one of the top combat abilities in the series. Suleiman, who had a bounty of 67 million berries and participated in the Colosseum, also joined Cavendish's crew. The second ship is captained by Bartolomeo, leading a pirate crew of 56. Bartolomeo, with a bounty of 200 million berries, is a barrier human who ate the Bari Bari fruit and can create a barrier as strong as Sea Prism Stone to block any attack. Known for his disdain for others, he earned the nickname of Cannibal. His initial impression in Dressrosa was quite fitting for the nickname. Bartolomeo, who didn't have a good reputation. However, he witnessed the miracle of Luffy being saved by a bolt of lightning when he was about to be executed in Logue Town. From then on, it was revealed that he is a big fan of Luffy. His pirate crew, formed by his gangster childhood friends, includes Gambia with a bounty of 67 million berries. It seems that the crew members are also fairly capable in battle. The third ship is captained by Sai, leading a naval force of 1,000. The Hapo Navy is a gang based in the Flower Country in West Blue. With a bounty of 210 million berries, is leading the Hapo Navy as its 13th leader. Members of the Hapo Navy have mastered a martial art called Hashoken. Sai has inherited the secret technique, Drill Dragon Nail, from the former 12th leader Qin Zhao. He was capable of going toe-to-toe with Garp in his prime. Furthermore, Sai is refining his Hashoken techniques. While Qin Zhao is retired now, if he joined the fight, he would be a significant force. Sai's younger brother Bu, who serves as the vice leader, and Baby 5, a user of the Arms fruit, are also members of the Hapo Navy, with Baby 5 serving as Sai's wife. The fourth ship is captained by Idio, leading an alliance. The crew is formed by 4 members who gathered at the Colosseum. The crew includes the strongest boxer of the Long Arm tribe, Idio Blue Gilly, a martial artist from the Long Leg tribe, and former bounty hunters Abdullah and Jeet. In a cover story, they intervened in the millennia-old feud between the Long Arm and Long Leg tribes. As a result, they stopped the feud and in return were made to build a ship and create a pirate flag, which they used to set sail as a pirate crew. The lengths of the arms and legs of the Long Arm and Long Leg tribes respectively provide an advantage in battles, and if honed, they could become quite a formidable force. The fifth ship is captained by Leo, leading a group of 200 members of the Tontata tribe. The Tontata tribe, despite their small stature, possess strength that greatly exceeds their size, capable of driving a human into the ground with their tail hammer. They're also incredibly swift, capable of stealing human clothes and weapons without being noticed. They seem well suited to infiltrating enemy territories and reducing the enemy's strength by stealing their weapons before battles. There are several ability users, including Leo, within the Tontata tribe, so despite their size, they appear to have considerable strength. The sixth ship is captained by Hadradin, leading a pirate crew of 5. Hadradin, who is affiliated with Boogie's Delivery, left to join the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. After setting sail from Dressrosa, the other 4 members of the giant crew were featured in a cover story. Even the giants from the House of Lambs, where Big Mom spent her childhood, are part of this crew. The government has long desired the strength of the giants as a military force, even raiding with Carmel to get them into the Navy. And lastly, we have the 7th ship, captained by Arlumbus, who has a bounty of 148 million berries and commands a large fleet of 4,300. They also have 56 ships, including the main ones. Arlumbus once said, "No matter how strong the enemy is, they cannot match the power of numbers." The addition of the Yanta Maria Grand Fleet to the Straw Hat Grand Fleet could potentially be quite advantageous in a battle between the 4 emperors. Arlumbus was originally an explorer for the Standing Kingdom. Now retired and turned pirate with a fleet of 56 stolen ships, it seems he may have made quite a few enemies, which is concerning. This concludes our look at the military power held by the new four emperors. The Straw Hat Grand Fleet, which has already been described in narration as causing a major incident that will leave its mark on history, is sure to make a reappearance. This channel posts summaries, explanations, and ranking videos related to One Piece. If you like One Piece, we would be happy if you could support us by subscribing to our channel and commenting. Thank you for watching till the end. See you in the next video.